Show me. There you are, Gunnar. And with a smile like I haven't seen in some time.
Eivor, over here. Eivor, thought I smelt you on the wind.
Gunnar, with the speed you left home, I thought you'd been carried off by Valkyries.
I have. This Valkyrie right here, Bridget, my own heart's root. Meet Eivor.
It takes a rare woman to nail down our Gunnar.
Lavendine da, with Maisy Greeley.
Good to meet you as well. So, is the wedding here? When you spoke of a marriage feast, Gunnar, I hoped it would be at home.
No. We're here for the festival, and blessings. Bridget's hand must be given. You know me, Eivor. I'm forged in honor.
Whose blessing? I see no pitchfork-shaking father or weeping mother.
Glaua Gestus Elderman Kunan. He helped raise Briggs since she was a pup.
Have you a family, Bridget?
Nath Mom and Dad carried Evan Gillard and Anun. Conan helped druise me.
Briggs and Ma and Pa were the last High Priestess and Elderman. They since passed on. But the current Elderman looks out for her.
I should like to meet this Elderman of yours, if our kinfolk are to be joined.
A union forged in love. Come, we go find him. Oh, and don't blame me if he's heard a tale or two about you. What about it, Bridge?
Dim jolch. Yw tŵ bags of air sych o gwmpas gilydd. A Eivor gal clis llawn.
Right, no daylight to waste then, huh?
So the Elderman may have heard a tale or two about my exploits.
Not all from me. Of every skull for years to come. Back to our chat.
And the Mercians here are not unsettled by lurking Viking?
They come from all over to celebrate Samhain. Most are too busy with the festivities to pay us mind.
Is that what these carved roots are for?
is cut into lanterns to ward off evil spirits and guide children home.
They have a haunted look about them. Let us bring a few back.
There is the elder man. Cunan!
A good leader, seeing to his people's needs. Let us join hands when his task is done.
Yeah. Then let's introduce you to Tevdur. Hands as clammy as a dead haddock, but his heart is in the right place. And he'll be Elderman after Cunan. Tevdur, this is Eivor, my chieftain.
Ah, yes. The way Gunnar speaks, I expected,
Me to ride in on a winged horse, cure the sick, the blind. His compliments are as blunt as his hammer.
Ah, more pagans crowding our table. Just lovely. Well, what brings you here?
The way people here talk, Cunan's boots will be hard to fill. And your feet look small.
All good friendships often start with wit battles.
And what has Dane friendship done for Christian Mercia? Unseated godright kings for puppet rulers?
I am here as a friend to Gunnar. I do not like to make enemies when breaking bread, so tread careful, boy.
Apples! Eivor, wait until you try the cider. You like cider, eh? Tevdur? Cider?
Ah, you must be Eivor. Tevdur, I see you've welcomed our honored guest. Come just in time for my last Samhain.
At your behest. We welcome all pagans set upon God's own Gloucester.
Tevdur, as your harvest king, I demand that you remove the turnip from your arse and be merry. So you've come to meet the family, before you whisk my Bridget away to her life as a smithy's bride.
We're honored to have her join the Raven clan, but your lush landscape will be hard to match.
I must give away girl and land in this misty season, but Gunnar is a good man, and he speaks tirelessly of you.
If you will excuse me, I have matters to attend to.
Ah, yes, the shrine. And with so many thieves and fangs on the path, a fellow may fall in God's service.
Kunon, I do not need a heathen escort.
Youth cut down in its prime, without even the memory of warm thighs and cider to sustain him in the afterlife.
Then, by my honor, I shall not rest until I return him to you safely. Aye, Tefter?
I see I am outmatched. Though a Dane joining in praise to Saint Kenhelm, God will weep.
My lady love calls, Eivor. Oh, if you'd like to join us later, we're going hoodening this eve.
Go, may you have a fire-forged friendship. Watch for fairies, fenfolk, and fiends. I have a hand fastening to oversee, an apprenticeship to officiate, and a pig to slaughter.
Well, shall we then?
Ut congregentur ad Marcus
Samhain.
dixit ad vulgares de terra
Kunon humors these
superbus
pagans
est,
too much. It is the first thing gone when I am elder. Fires and magic. Spirits in the air. Gloucestershire has strayed from God's light.
People need carousing, especially before the winter frost. The festival People need carousing, especially before the winter frost. The festival brings warmth and cheer.
God's light does not dim as the nights chill, but the winters are hard upon the children. Seeing them run around.
It lightens the heart. Are there priests in your lands? I've met a few, liked even fewer.
The profane has gone unchallenged here. I alone am the Reformation. They are a flock in need of my shepherding.
And how will you lead this great renewal?
They will fill the church's pews, and we will thank him for all the gifts he brings. Not false idols of wood and clay.
And yet, are we not going to pray at the idol of another? Is this Saint Kenelm your god?
No, and we do not call him such. He is simply closer to the Lord's ear. Low in a mead of kine under a thorn, lieth poor Kenhelm, king-born. Is this land not beautiful, Eivor?
Aye.
Look, the path is untouched by danger, so your company is not needed.
You are a kinder man than the mask you wear. But you won't be rid of me. I will keep my word to Kunan for your safe return. I don't understand this Christian praying. I thank Odin while standing. Why get your knees dirty?
To humble ourselves before God. Besides, I've dirtied my knees doing worse.
That sounds like a tale I'd like to lend my ear to.
Please, Eivor, I must pray.
Should I watch or turn my back?
Oh Lord, gift upon this lowly servant your greatest gift. Patience.
I will not have to interrupt your prayer to protect you, Tefter.
And yet you insist on doing so. What is it you are looking at? A hare?
Tefter, get to safety. Find somewhere to hide.
Where did they come from? Fell the swine! That was close.
Eivor, thank you for saving my life.
It's good I was here to protect you. Maybe Conan has the eyes of prophecy.
Splood, cloven-hoofed and sent by Lucifer himself. This land must be returned to God's grace.
More likely the shrine is in their territory.
Lord, we thank thee for your protection.
It's not safe here.
Give me my moment's prayer, Eivor. I ask only this.
We should return to Gloucester. Unless you'd like to thank the little martyr here for tonight's feast.
I'm not a babe in the woods in need of constant guard. Go on without me.
I gave Conan...
Yes, your word. And when I see him, I will say you protected me from being skewered upon those devil's tusks. Oh, and Eivor, I owe you a drink at least. Later, if you'd have one. Find me at the festivities.
Eivor, there you are.
Here I am.
So, what adventures did you find in my absence?
Escorted Tefter to the shrine of some Christian saint. Our path was not peaceful. We were accosted by a group of boars.
Odd, but path na usually safe. To the brifo.
But you saved his hide. I bet it was quite the sight, two of you as a pair.
I need a drink.
Try the cider. It's from last year's apple harvest. Skull.
Skull. So, you invited me to a hoodening. What mischief is this?
Ni gwisgal an fel ysbrydion and creatures of the Vale. The bag for treats.
Gloucester gives their glut to otherworldly visitors, and if you dress as one, you'll get that bounty yourself.
Freely given? Huh. I've only seen such a thing done at feasts.
Then we turn you into a beastie and have you roam the hills, braying for sweets and drink.
It's hardly a disguise. Just a cloak and some bones.
Nonsense. You are the very spirit of the Mary Louved. Now, that's Hooden. Become the Mary Louved, the spirit who sings for cake and ale. And you cannot have your cloak back until we leave.
I'll keep this covering, but even a knife to my throat could not make me sing on command.
Shame. I heard your voice clear as a bell. Larks fall from the sky in envy.
Gunnar, if no one else is dressed this way, I will fill your shop with sheep.
That...
Trick or treat!
What business have you? Oh, the Mary Louid. Right, right. We're doing cakes instead of beer this year. Sour night and the moon is high. Mary Louid haunts my door.
The air is chilling, and ghosts are spilling all across the misty moor.
Oh, ghosts and beasties. Here, spirit, take your reward.
Are you playing the role of trickster spirit?
Can trickster spirits see? The eye holes in this mask are terrible.
All it takes is a mask and some sweet cakes to turn you into a gentle scald.
I am not going to sing, Gunnar. Are you ready to rhyme with me?
Down the road from my abode, there is an open vale.
Hope to God this Mary Louid doesn't fail.
Ah, have a cake for your troubles then.
Lads getting into their cups, scaring the wee ones. Eivor, mighty warrior, knocker of doors, victor of cakes. How does it feel to pillage what is freely given?
A worthy haul, and a tradition worth keeping up.
Then, through the mist of the night, they saw a woman at the crossroads, dressed all in white, and the children knew they should not have been out in the late and in the dark. So they bent low to the ground.
It's a laddie Wen.
That's right, my love. Laddie Wen, the White Lady. Her dark eye fell upon the children and... Which is why none of you should run out alone to the woods tonight. You will stay in sight of the tree and the wicker man, yes?
Yes, Mother Modron.
Yes, Mother Modron.
Now, the first of you to bring me back a candied chestnut shall have a treat.
Ich sweet chata ich mo. Buton bulan spinnen. Ich hit behalten.
A child.
I have cakes. Mummy made. Here.
Look at these cakes! Sweet as honey, Gunnar. You should see this. Gunnar! My cakes. Cast about this land, my friend.
What the fuck did you say to me?
I said, take your cross gods and piss off back to your
Gunnar!
shit-smeared hovel.
Damn deserter.
You are either fearless or stupid, boy, to speak to someone of the Raven clan this way.
Fitting name for scavengers. Winged rats taking what isn't yours.
I'll pick out your eyes and feed them to your god.
Gunnar, we are guests here. Let him go. We can hood him more. You seem to want your nose broken, so let me oblige.
Christ, him tall.
I'll kill you. It's you lot we should be burning alive.
Are you sure you don't want to stay in Gloucester?
They know how to have fun. Oh, God! Four spears! My leg!
Gunnar!
Beautiful Alice McCallon.
Enough! Keep your brawls to the other side of the river. There's children about.
I don't answer to you, witch.
Thomas Fletcher, I brought you into this world, wiped your mother's birth blood from your face. Mind your tongue. Let's see that leg, then.
It's nothing.
Careful with the old man. He's had many winters' worth of wounds.
Till Lucas. Modron's a gumpas to patch this land.
That man called you a witch.
I lead those who follow the old ways in Gloucestershire, but I offer my healing services on both sides of the river. Gwenith, my love, go back to the house and bring me the garlic salve.
And the worms? Are we cleaning or cutting, Mother?
Yes, grab the worms just to be safe. Now go, child. I promise not to cut it off before your return.
Give me strength.
My mam Modron is known am a humor towill gudran.
I'm glad you all finding my mortal injury so funny. Go, Eivor. Make merry and try to loosen Tevder's shoulders.
Modron, you don't have to save his leg. I will understand.
That limb will be fine, but no medicine in England will stop the dribble from his mouth. I do not work miracles.
With bitter ale and sweet friends, that is a fine way to end the day. Alone with your thoughts at last.
Eivor! Perhaps. Every moment is sweeter when you are the Harvest King. All this bounty. Soon, I will join it. But eat, drink, enjoy all that Gloucester's lush woods offer.
Alone with your thoughts at last.
Eivor! But eat.
I thought the church condemned this celebration.
I hate the church. Name's Gwilym, and I turned to God just 3 years back.
Do you like Gloucester?
Aye, 'tis a beauteous place. Shame they're losing their alderman.
What brought you to God?
You know you need to change after the third night you wake up breechless in pig shat, with no idea how you got there.
You look like a man with a past. What were you before you took up the cloth?
Me? A grain farmer. Had to take up the sword a few times to protect my crops.
Enjoy the festival, Gwilym.
Ah, perhaps a drink later.
Without that hey Dale de mit Bechtan.
Der Elder will laugh on health.
Eivor, there you are.
Tefter.
You're well met. Gwilym here has challenged my honor in a contest of drinks.
Join us. The lad will be easy pickings.
Perhaps later, Tefter. I will find you again and defend my honor in ale. Gwilym, I had something to ask you.
Aye? What is it?
Enjoy the festival, Gwilym.
Ah, perhaps...
Gwilym, I had something to...
Aye?
Enjoy the festival.
Ready for that drink, Eivor? But fair warning, my reputation will not suffer another blow.
Give me a cup.
Some ale, then.
One for me as well.
Gwilym, the warrior monk. Now we can match wills with a flagon in hand.
Ale is known to blunt even the sharpest of blades, Eivor.
To holy hearths and humid eyes, it is the best drunkenness returns a man to royal reason. Skull.
The honor of Gloucester is at stake. I will not leave these lands to one who laps at ale like a cat.
That's foul. Come, lad. The leader of Gloucester should hold more mead than that.
I have seen babes in arms drink a hogshead of ale faster! Drink, man! Drink!
Come on, lad. Show the Dane your mettle.
Good effort, Tefder. This merriment feeds my soul. Here, another drink on me for allies new and old.
Of all the Ealdormen I've met, you're the most unburdened. What is your secret?
None. It is well known. The burdens I carry will soon leave this world with me. So drink to my life and death.
Death?
I am to be sacrificed in the Wicker Man as king of the harvest. Like Elderman Simkin before me and all before him.
Horrible barbaric practice. A burnt offering after poor crops. They hope well-fed gods will smile upon them.
A toast, then. To Ealdorman Coonan! Joyous and generous. Let each man show him loyalty until he suffers death.
My friends, you are kind to me. I'd like to toast my successor, Tevder. May he wear the horns head high.
Weak. What is this? Water? I feel like Thor chugging oceans. No effect to my head or step.
You heard the man. Give him something stronger.
This'll work faster than any tonic.
Good. Give me visions of all creatures that roam these hills, and the sorehead tomorrow to pay for it.
Wow, that tastes awful. It feels good, though.
Eivor, speak true. My feelings be damned. I have been an arse, do not deny it. And I, for that, I am sorry.
A colossal horse's arse, yes.
Soft words from a heartless heathen.
Only fiercer than fire among ill friends. I can be very as nice as a spring gale.
And how nice is that?
Tefter, with Gunnar and Bridget's marriage, our clans will unite. But we could join by oath as well.
Oh, yes. My first ally as Ealdorman. I accept. We shall make an oath. How do we start?
Yeah, the greatest oath, and the greatest union. To the oath!
The treaty! The greatest!
sleeping. More ale to seal our friendship? This way, this way. Look out for the black sow.
Sow? Like pig?
Flaming pig. Chases you home at night. Silly words to scare silly children.
You see magic as the stuff of children's dreams.
Perhaps I judge too much. Truths I half believe. Foolishness sometimes takes my tongue. I have to piss.
A great blackness chases stars across the sky in great whirls of color and light. Whoosh!
Here we are. Right inside here.
Tefter! Tefter! Where are you? Hell's breath. What happened last night? And the effects of that draft still cling. Tefter, are you here? Tefter's bodyguard, killed by knife. The spot has been broken, and it's covered in blood. A weapon, maybe. Blood. Could be Tefter's, if he was the heavy thing being dragged. Muddy footprints. Someone was hiding back here.
Open this door! Come out of there!
Willem's pouch. I wonder if it still has his little something stronger. But why is it here? Better hold on to it. So, what does this lead to? The murderers hid here, lying in wait while we approached outside. They jumped from the shadows to kill the bodyguards. And to disable Tefter. Then they dragged him away. That accounts for everything. Except Gwilym's pouch of herbs. I'm still unbalanced by Gwilym's special something. Maybe Mother Modron will know the contents.
There he is! What is the meaning of this? Blood soaking our soil, and your weapon coated in the same!
Coonan, please. More has happened here than you can see. Give me a right to parley my innocence.
I should have heeded Tevder's misgivings about heathen party guests, and now he has paid with his life. With Tevder gone, Gloucester will be without an elderman. Eye for an eye. Your Raven clan will lose their chieftain. Get the murderer!
Just grace my hood here.
Bleeding dunghill.
So slow!
The Lord will see us prevail.
You're like a lame mule! We have the advantage!
Die!
Your time is come! Focus, we have it! Interesting move.
We have this.
Go. Soon. Hands tacky with old... Hands tacky with old blood from the new king. It would be best to lie low. Aid me. Be my eyes.
Poor lad.
I came as soon as I heard. Tefter is missing.
Murdered. By those visiting Danes, no less. It's true what they say. Soulless killers, the lot of them.
What do you see?
I see what you did.
To hell with you! To hell with you! Die!
have this.
There's motor up ahead.
Hello again.
Mother, it's the friend of the mangled leg man.
Eivor, you remember?
Indeed. It's a surprise to see you. Is everything quite all right?
Do you recognize the contents of this pouch?
A very unusual blend. There is a druid who uses this mix to aid sleep.
A monk called Gwillem poured some of it into my drink last night. The effects were intense.
Search the houses! Can't have gotten far!
Damn Christ, sons, what is it they want now? They make this place unlivable for pagans.
Mother, if the stranger wants more of the herbs, they can talk to the druid Halewyn.
Yes. Halewyn's cabin is on a lake, near where the Cherwell and Great Ouse rivers meet. But he is a strange fish. Rarely does he speak to mortals, preferring the company of spirits. Now, I've business at Rollindrich. Find me there later.
one road!
Only one sire have I served before hailing you. Now your scar is worn by time, and I wish not to serve a third. Faithful to my king, never known falseness. I'll follow your flock until my time to cross the bridge of your
Let's have a song.
If you have a friend. Hearken well in Hall of Kings. On ocean steed my words gain wings. Odin's mead I forth will bring. For noble deeds thine honor sing. The brave man slain Valkyrier waits. Reward for strain to Valhalla take. Then horns resounds the mighty horn. For those who fight, for those who fall. Warlord weaves his web of fear. Each man gets his fated share. A blood-red surge, the warrior shield. Ravens scan the battlefield. Ravens scan the battlefield. The beaten blaze, no trail of red. Loathing gaze upon the dead. And horns resounds the mighty horn. For those who fight and those who fall. For those who fight and those who fall. May horns resound the mighty horn. For we who fight, for we who fall.
Sing, my ravens. You salt skulls, got a story?
Unar the Ugly was an excellent sailor who could pilot a longship entirely on his own. This is why King Sigvaldi kept him around. In all other matters, Gunnar was a cruel, anxious, and humorless man. He was one of the most unlikable people I have ever known. One year, I recall we had invited some Carls from the Yngling clan to dine with us. As we were serving ale, we came to find that we had none left. It so happened that the ale had run out just before reaching Unnar's horn. This raised in him a word storm, and he accused Sigvaldi of treachery. Every man in the Longhouse jeered at Unnar for raising such a fuss. This made Unnar angrier than before, and he stormed out. A short time later, we heard him yelling through the door of the hall. I set this scorn pole upon the men of Yngling for their dishonor!
Sing us a song.
We looked...
Is there a sea scroll among you?
Strange things have we seen, and perhaps the doom of the 9 worlds is nigh. Many believe these are the end of days. Of Ragnarok much is told. So here is a smaller tale of how the Jotun Hrimr came to Captain Naglfar, the ship of nails. Hrimr dwelt in Niflheim, where his task was to lay the dishonored dead under the ice. Hard work, for many died without honor. One day, his master bade him bury one of the sons of Ymir, the frost giant from whose bones the world was made. Hrimr was a hard worker, but Ymir's son was the size of a mountain. Hrimr laid down, saying, I cannot dig so much. Hrimr's master grew angry and picked up the spade himself. He dug and dug through Hell's ice until he made a hole deep enough. But the hole opened up into the abyss that is Ginnungagap, swallowing Hrimr's master whole. And Hrimr took his master's place. Now Hrimr abides in Helheim, waiting to steer the ship of the dead through the 9 worlds in the war at the end of days.
Sure.
That must be the home of the druid. The fellow's land is peopled by men of straw.
Oh, Spirit, you have finally come. Days ago, a passing cloud foretold your arrival with droplets of sun-scented rain. But what form of being are you beneath this guise of horse and bone? From the realm of the Fae? I know you cannot say. I press no more. Whatever you be, now you are here, the ritual may begin. Oh, but the men of straw must announce you with sparks. Ignite the sky to begin anew, here at the death of the season. Until then, I await you, giving thanks in the glen.
Aelwyn said that the Wicker Men must announce me with fire. Perhaps I should set them ablaze.
A Wickerman speaks. Now let them speak in chorus. Yes, another joins the throng. Another! Let there be cacophony! One more! One more!
This dagger is placed upside down. Hangman's noose, a knife, and the vile smells of poison. 3 ways to kill someone. Who will share a tale?
When I was 11 winters old, I was the youngest of my favorite cousins. A wild and rowdy bunch of boys and girls. Together with our parents, we attended a feast at the home of Halfdan the Black of the House of Yngling. To toughen our patience, our parents set us with the old woman, who ordered us to bake flatbreads and serve it to the noble jarls. After an hour, the flatbreads piled so high into pillars, you could have built a roof over it and called it a longhouse. When our work was done, an older boy, Guthrod, suggested we steal a keg of mead and drown in happiness for our good work. So Guthrod, Mikkel and Åsa snuck into the storeroom and stole a barrel as I stood watch. But when we were spotted, I froze. 3 of Harald's men stopped us. They struck Guthrod and Mikkel and pushed Åsa to the ground. Whose idea was this? They asked. I stood and said, the idea was mine. The meat is for me. One of the men eyed me and said only, that is not true. Then, they moved on.
What do you see, Sunan? Strike up a tune.
Dark is the shadow.
We need an epic tale.
Listen well, so I may tell you a tale of the Berserkers, and why we keep our potent brew a secret. Once there was a Berserker named Nori Nineclaws, who became a wealthy Jarl, known for his fair and generous hoard. Every day, dozens of thanes, merchants, cousins, and other hangers-on ate at his table, drank his mead, and took his gifts. Finally, Nori Jarl grew angry about these leeches. He ordered his cooks to prepare a secret brew for a magnificent feast. He then invited every freeloader in his yardom to his mead hall, promising his greatest gift yet to be given after the feast. As his guests ate and drank their fill, Nori and his loyal Khals slipped away. One by one, the guests entered Berserkergange. When the feast erupted into slaughter, Nori and his men torched the hall before fleeing on a ship, never to be seen again. There is much olden wisdoms to take away from this tale. I will let each rower think out which lesson is best for them.
Let's hear a story.
Listen and I will tell.
There was a woman called Nal, who came by ship to Fornburg and heralded, demanding to meet King Sigvaldi, Styrbjorn's father. Nal was from Gautland. She was tall and rugged and strong, and everyone who walked near her said she smelled of men's blood. When her message was sent to our king, Nal was made to wait a full day. Yet she did not complain. She watched the waves and sang songs. Night came and went, and still Nal sat by the shore of the fjord singing her songs. She skipped rocks with children and smiled. As the afternoon of the second day approached, King Sigvaldi's messenger reappeared. They spoke quietly together. At last, the messenger stood back and waved to some men nearby. 3 men bearing 3 chests of silver approached quickly. They set the chests of silver in Nal's ship and stood back. Then Nal stepped forward, swinging a large, bloodied sack before her. Nal opened the sack and emptied it on the shore. 7 pairs of hands tumbled to the ground. Nal then mounted her ship and sailed away.
Is there a sea scald among you?
Quiet a moment, and listen to my tale of the king in the east, who showers gold upon his warriors from Norway and Gautland. He be named Basil of Greece, the Jarl of all Jarls, and even his bathing tub is forged of gold. But such wealth draws envy. Every day, his jarls and thanes plotted for his life and lands, using poison, arrows, and blades. Vassal lived in fear. One day, Vassal was bathing in his golden tub when his enemies attacked. Naked, Vassal leapt out a window and into the streets. There, he met by chance a warrior and trader of the Gauts. The just warrior saved the naked man from the attackers. Grateful, Vassal gave this man gold and made him his chief thane that day. But it is a poor leader that lacks loyal warriors. So they formed the Varangian Guard to serve as Vassal's loyal retainers, paying men from Gautland, Rus, Norway, and Denmark. Vassal trusts these men, for they are not Greek and cannot take his land. But it is a poor king that can't keep a throne.
Let's hear a story.
A story from my youth. This one has no lesson to be learned or message to be gleaned. Often my father liked to take me on hunts in the forested lands east of Avaldsnes. I loved these solitary times with him. I had never felled a beast myself, and my father thought that this upset me. I was only a boy, but I had the dreams of being a man. So one winter, my father asked me to perform a bargaining ritual to the goddess Skadi to improve his bow skill and snow sight. With glee warming my heart, I cut a hair and sacrificed it to the goddess, asking in exchange of skill and sight for my father. When the ritual was done, my father and I set off into the forest. We hunted all day until night fell, and we slew no game. That night, around the fire, I was sullen. My sacrifice had not been heeded, yet seeing my sad face, my father only smiled. Had you been hunting, he said, you would have killed 6 fine deer. For Skadi hears only those who speak to her.
Who will share a tale?
When I gave up my berserker ways, my family decided to leave Norway. We sold our farm and weapons for 12 silver.
We will pick up from there. Were you at the good part yet?
When I gave up my berserker ways, my family decided to leave Norway. We sold our farm and weapons for 12 silver deniers. We sailed the whale roads with a merchant fleet, settling near Jorvik after Halfdan's battles. Alfhildr, Njal, and I owned a home. Each day, we went to the market, where Njal did tricks to earn coin. We were beloved, and Njal was pleased by Jorvik's tasty fish. But one day, people no longer enjoyed Njal's tricks. The market was empty. The townsfolk had gone to watch a new act in town. We went too, only to find a bear baiting ring. They kept a bear in a pit, fighting dogs and thralls. We were sickened. That night, we formed a plan. We met the bear's owners and plied them with strong ale. Once asleep, we threw them in the pit. Their bear mauled them savagely, for they had mistreated it badly. The bear then followed Njal and us out of that wicked town. We led the bear into Pictland. And as for our part, we moved to Dunwich in East Anglia, where our troubles began anew.
silent hunter. The sunshine goes. I am the shadow incarnate, yet unlike your